didn't know a lot about the land or how to preserve it, and it was a neighbor of mine, and I would like to mention his name, Ed and Gal, up at True Nature Farms, that gave me the opportunity. He told me about this permaculture design course that he was holding, and I was like, oh, what's permaculture design? He said, well, just come for a day and see if you like it. And it was taught by Warren Brush, and I was hooked. And so I took the full course, and it just changed the whole way of, you know, how I looked at the land and how I wanted to manage this land.
My role here is to work with the soil and to repair the soil here on this property, all 176 acres of it. The means of doing that are compost and compost tea, and working with food production as well as pasture restoration.
Hi, welcome. We're at the Boulder Mountain Guest Ranch here in Boulder, Utah. We are building our sexy compost bin. It's February 27th, 2015, so this is the first part of it. And if everyone wants to introduce themselves.
Name is Cole Piper, greenhouse person, plant guy who loves to do gardening.
Yeah!
I'm Scott, and I shall.
Hi, I'm Bethany. Oh, all you're gonna get out of me. I work here.
And there's Will! All right. Our goal with this area, which we would call our Zone 1, our commercial property, is to turn it into an educational center. Make it a demonstration site so that when people come and stay with us, I mean, they are inspired to go back and try these things at home, whether it be rain harvesting or building swells or soil regeneration or you know, organic farming or. So one thing I do want to mention is, you know, we're Boulder Mountain Guest Ranch in the town of Boulder, Utah. We're a very small community. There's about 150 residents in the community, but in this community in itself, there's 7 organic farms and 3 out of 3 organic restaurants. You have to be very conscious of the growing season, and I also want to do drought-tolerant native plants instead of, you know, creating things that would, you know, that aren't natural for this property. So, and I think that's a good way of doing it too, because, you know, this land is just so beautiful and it's so charged. And I think when people really get to see how diverse a desert can be, it's very inspiring.
Yeah.
And so we will be building ponds and reservoirs so we are using and holding our own water and stop being reliant on what is coming off of, you know, the reservoirs up on the mountain. To bring it back to its natural state, it's going to take a while, but we're lucky. And we've been sent, you know, these wonderful workers that we don't have to pay or feed. We just have to house, and they're beavers. And they have single-handedly changed this landscape to a point where it doesn't even look the same. Our arroyo, and they guesstimate in 15 years will be back to the river that it used to be. What we're looking to do is to not only preserve but restore the land, regenerate the land back into its natural state. People that come and stay with us are very interested in what we're doing. Mm-hmm. Working with nature, not against nature, and improving what is here, because this, you know, ranching land, don't follow this part of it, you know, it's traditionally been abused, and it's, you know, this mentality that, you know, we should control the land is, we've seen the effects of it, and now it's time for us to listen to what the land is really saying. we are working on projects where they're not reaching right now to bring the beavers more water so that they can do their natural thing. And that's all we're doing. And then planting more trees, bringing back natural grasses, bringing back the wildlife, and we are seeing those results happening by just, what the beavers are doing. So anything that we can do to help them out and anything that we can do to eradicate the wrongs. Frequently we'll have talks from, from tree committees to bees to,
I have decided and chosen a path to restore the planet through an avenue, which this avenue just happens to be the soil. I feel that the soil is one of the smallest fractal systems in the world, and is if we can replicate and take note of how these small systems work, we can implement them on a large fractal scale.
Carp, right?
Share this. So just to incorporate air, we invented this really awesome dance called a flail. You better see everyone pulling out next time there's a party in the side lawn. It goes like this. Gotta get the air.
Go sideways or
Yeah.
back?
Now, let's add half of that now. So now we're adding tea, and what is tea gonna do? It's like a probiotic, right, for the pile.
No, that's biology.
Okay, let's add the rest of the material. I think that's pretty well mixed. Bucket of brown.
There you go.
Yeah.
Do you have an extra paper?
You can use this one, just be careful.
We are doing our compost tea application throughout the whole 170 acres. We're currently, as of tomorrow, I should finalize on our boom sprayer that we'll be using to be able to disperse some of the compost tea on our bigger acres. That's been an educational process for us as well, which has been amazing, life-changing, and very inspirational.